The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
What makes a rivalry? Competition for the same objective, for superiority in the same field. But this is no ordinary field. These are two people that enter space with different types of seasons. For Llamas, what a T2 it was. Taking care of the beasts that were Vapor and KT. And since that captain game, it's been tough sledding. For Gold, starting the year at 0-3, needing some type of momentum. A big 2 wins in T4, especially to the likes of Myth, a Super League ranked player, and Retro, despite the Taga loss, was the momentum he needed. But both players know what's on the line more than a playoff spot. It's a chance to run it back to Super League, even though it's slim. You're saying there's a chance. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Llamas Gold in the Big Planet, the Jupiter region. It is going to be a classic. For those of you who don't know, this was the Week 5 winner-take-all scenario game last year in Super League where Cody and Gold faced off. It was a good game, but Gold took it into 4-2 in a best of 6, which is a little bit different here today, of course. But that was back then. This is now. What a match we're going to have. Llamas, Gold. It's a rivalry that many people may not have saw, but it is here. Let's go over to that bracket real quick, or excuse me, that region by Zach 103 with the Jupiter region. The schedule kind of got a little bit fluky, so we're just going to have to do it manually. I'm just going to read it off in the Uno News. We apologize for that. Like I said, we had a technical issue. Not technical, just some issues, of course. Seth couldn't make today's game due to some issues, so we wish him the best. Obviously, he is here today. We're going to talk to him in a second. And Alan, that game is now moved to 11 a.m. tomorrow, I think 10 or 11. I think 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow. So like I said, we're not going to have the schedule. It'll be updated for the next game, but due to that last-minute change, Short couldn't get it on time. So that will be Cody Llamas versus VeriGold. About to have that occur right now, of course, in the Jupiter region. Both people looking to keep their slim but thin Super League hopes alive in a playoff-style game. The Neptune region, this pod is wild. JT, Zach, and we know Drip and MGR is yet to be scheduled. Who knows if that even gets scheduled. JT looking for one more win possibly before things get really bad. We'll see how it goes on that. We'll see if JT can even play around. There's a lot of questions with that. That's a stream game. That would be Shorts taking over. And, of course, Myth and Brian. For Myth and Brian, non-stream. They're in for the heat, right? They know Sanford or Leah is lurking 8 o'clock, Neptune region. They know what's about to come down the pipeline. They've got to be on in the money to get something going there. And the late game, the Venus, we're back into the Venus region. Only the 4th game of the day, but the nightcap to round out 9 games so far after tonight's game of Chomik and Ellison will be Chinese Chomik, as Art likes to say. He's in the VC, and James Ellison looking for something fun in a season that has not been fun for the Indiana native. Like I said, apologize that we could not get the schedule. We had some last minute changes. Short couldn't get to them, but regardless, we keep it rolling and keep it flowing. Let's go to the resumes here, which for whatever reason are not popped up. I'm going to add those in right now. Apologize for that. Like I said, we had some things that were last minute, but let's get it going. Here's Cody Llamas' resume. And for Cody, what an interesting year he had. Like I said, was up 3-1 over Brad back in March. Seemed to have been the man to beat. I'm going to be real in March if he had won that game. Could have had a KT match. Never transpired. Got a little sick. But he moved on with vengeance. It's been his home. It's been his knight in shining armor in T2. Great T2 for the Llama. Great job to take care of business. Apologize, shifted over. So I add something in there. Shifted over there, and he did a great job over myself and Vapor, those two big wins. Then I had a tough loss to Cap 5-0. Although he lost to Captain that won a tournament, it's been tough slaying. Back-to-back Game 7 losses where he just didn't have the hands right. In Game 7, Cody couldn't happen. He lost to Radin and Retro, a double R combo, respectively. But he does have that KT win and a Vapor win. It's not bad in this season. That's what gives him that slim Super League chance. Now, for VeriGold, it was all about that last classic game with Tago that we all remember. Game 100 for both players. There's none of that today. But VeriGold had a tough start to the year. Really weird loss to M. The only really blemish, I would say, considering M hasn't done much since that game on his record. But at the same time, a tough loss to Pier. Lost to Abi on 4-2. Back in T3 and T2, respectively. Had a good win against Smith in 7, and then took care of Retro in 6. But Christian Tago came a knocking, despite losing both game 100s individually. Gold won both of those. He may have won that little battle, but Tago won the war, and now enters 2-4. We now go to the pod, and the pod, let me tell you right now, going to be a great pod here because the winner of this game gets Ghost or Monaco, and if everyone thinks Ghost wins that game, what a matchup that could be. Explosive 2-7 or 2-10 combo. No idea on Eli Austin. I wish I could say an update, but at this time, we just wish Eli the best. We don't have a word on what's going on with that. And we do have tomorrow. It's going to be a classic game. Probably a long game, though. Dark and Caesar, anytime Dark Rain comes to the table, get the popcorn and a sleeping bag ready because it is going to be a 2-3 hour show, even on a non-stream. So that should be a fun one. But that's tomorrow. This is now. And joining me in the booth, it's the OG Classic Trio from the Jungle July finale. It is going to be Seth Cole. I want to give it up for Seth, man. Hard day today, but he still persevered. Appreciate the big man for making time for us here. And, of course, Heat Check Art in the building. We also got Caesar. You can finally take a little bit of spectating duty today. Take it off a little bit, man. The guy deserved it for sure. Looking forward to seeing Caesar as a spectator. He'll be reffing some games later tonight. All right, Seth. Normally I would have some really good questions for you, man. I would like to throw off some heat. You know how these guys play. But we got a new bot, right? It's the X factor. No one knows. Seth, you and me are both guys that know the window of unknown. And when an opportunity strikes, anybody can win. How do you think the unknown aspect of the new bot, where we have these detune rules, which we'll talk about a little bit, makes this a little bit more of a spectacle that we may or may not expect, considering this platform is a day old on tournament play?
Well, there's been plenty of opportunities for people to be able to get acclimated to the new bot, kind of see all the bells and whistles that there is now, the more organization. But to your point, with all those new features, there's a lot more to keep track of as well. It used to be that you could just type in the Uno table and check the table and everything. Now you can check it after every single play. And that's going to make things difficult, I think, more on the defensive side of knowing exactly when is the right time to maybe play your stack cards, to be able to play your +2s, to be able to play that +4 in defense. Because now not only do you know how many cards your opponent has, but your opponent now knows how many cards they have. And so it's going to make it even more interesting in terms of strategy. I also think as well in terms of these two, when you looked at the resumes, that the games that they were in when they were eliminated in those round of 64, they were competitive games. So I think we're in for a good one here. You mentioned it, these two trying to get back into Super League, and so to kind of steal a space quote, if you will, one step here tonight could be one giant leap towards Super League.
We'll see, Seth. It's the unknown, right? Everybody's had ample time to test, but one thing I will say, Art, Llamas has definitely had more test sessions than Gold, right? I know Gold played in practice cup, but Llamas was one of the OG guys that helped test the bot. I would say him, Caesar, myself for sure, short, but he's not in D1. Us three have been the big leaders on the bot initiative. Cody's been probably the most vocal, if not the most vocal player in the league. Quote, if you give somebody the right hands, the right proper hands, they'll win. He's talked about feeding the poor. He's been the most vocal of the old bot. Now he gets a chance on this new bot, despite it not being full tune. What do you think Cody's motivation will be today? We know Gold's motivation is already sky high after, of course, the practice cups he did, and really had a great T4. Llamas has just been off of Game 7 routes where he just couldn't find the right package and lost it. Where do you think the motivation could lie for Cody? We know Gold's motivation is going to be high. He was also looking forward to this spot as well.
Man, I don't know. I think he's really excited to finally use this bot. Both players are really. It's just, I think for Llamas, he knows how this bot may be able to use like different runs and stuff, which might be the key factor in maybe those longer games, like going the higher double digits on the marks there.
Well, we're gonna find out, Art, if you're right or wrong on that. We're really gonna find out the unknown today. We have no idea what to expect. Like I said, we truly are in the epitome of unknown, right? And when you have the epitome of unknown, something's got to happen. Something's got to strike. Let's get to those opening questions. We'll start with Cody. Llamas, man, you've been the most vocal. Every single point you've made this year, I don't believe you've missed, in my humble opinion. We both have talked about we need to get the love of the game back. We need to get the real Uno back because right now we have not seen it. We have seen since your T2 run, it has not been the same. We did get a couple banger games in the finale and the one Final Four with Samper to Pier. Right, that was a banger for sure, but it's been hit or miss. Now we go to a new platform. So far, this bot's been fantastic. We've only seen minor, if anything, crazy hand. Maybe one game I can think about, 23. But you got to put all that to the side. How do you approach this knowing this is somebody you're familiar with? You played this person last year. You're looking for redemption after that Super League mishap in Week 5. Do you feel more comfortable knowing you're playing someone you've seen before compared to the likes of Radden and Retro, who you had no idea are going to play? Does this make you feel a little bit more at home today? What's your thoughts going into this?
Yeah, I think you can say that. I'm pretty sure you've said countless times as well that I seem to do better against polished players, and Gold's very polished, as we all know. And I don't know, it's a new bot. Now we go from the known of wild, crazy old bot to the unknowns of the new bot. So it's definitely an interesting transition phase as we do it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's all we can really ask for, Llams, for sure. We'll see how it does indeed go. Expect the unexpected. That still remains the status quo until we get this thing probably 2 or 3 tournaments deep next year. Because remember, this is the D2 version. All right, Gold, you've been another proponent. I think you were also someone that said we can't wait for this new bot. I think every single Illinois player, Ed, yourself, Pack, and Peter all wanted this new bot, but you guys were probably the most vocal state, ironically. So now here you are with this new platform. It's a little detuned, right? There's no card history, but you were in those practice cups. What did you learn from the cups, right? We did see you did say in the past that you like those crazy chains, right? You love those crazy. We don't have that here today due to the fact that we're only on 2, right? We still have the old bot continuity with the two color change, but do you feel more at home now knowing that this is a more constant algo, more of a constant package that you can cook on compared to the old bot where you're playing guessing games? Feel free to type or talk as always.
Yeah, the old bot, there's no other way to say it. It bullied me for the rest of the season. It's a miracle I made it as far as I did in Tournament 4. Having this new bot is a breath of fresh air, having that consistency, something I can actually work with. I'm excited to see how it'll go.
I think we're ready, Art. I think it's going to be Art's going to initiate the game, do some fun things. Caesar has already done the honors of putting every single initiation, such as ref commands, in, such as no card history, right? Two is the max command chain. I think that's all been programmed. We do have some program updates for the next round, which is a default setting. Just for this tournament, we have added it. I want to thank the creator himself, Grim. Great job. We had an error, and he decided to fix that right away. That's the beautiful thing about this, Seth. If there's an error, well, we can fix it, and that's the nice thing about this bot. There's no more fun in games, right? It's all about just getting down to business and fixing the right package, and that's what this bot does. So, without further ado, let's get down to business. Art, please initiate the game with Cody Llamas. All right, so now both players will have the option. Obviously, I don't think either one will. You can change your name. I don't think you have to. Gold, if you want to change your name, Gold, just to VeriGold, that might be okay. Do Uno name, because we don't need 24K gold on the ref log. That's okay. You keep it. All right, no worries. I don't care. Like I said, I'm easy going with that. All right, I don't think it matters here, Art, but they can ask the Uno ping themselves. If you guys want to do that, just say yes or no. Hit Uno ping. Just let me know. If not, we'll keep it running. I think we're going to keep it running. All right, Art, do it, my friend. B7. You'll see that coming in shortly. Yep, B7.
Okay.
Yep.
B7.
Yep. And then ref TI 2 2 1 1 1.
2 2 1 1 1.
Yep. All right, there we go. And then, of course, the new power play will come in, the one auto power play. Art will do that. I'll put P1, ref P1. Or power play 1, double P1, excuse me. There we go. And now, Art, it's on you for Cody Llamas and those most famous words. Get us underway.
Cody Llamas. How many cards?
Let's do 12.
The classic 12-pack. Llama sends it in. Art's ready to start it up. Let's get this game on. Old school Super League battle from 2023 Week 5.
Let's get it on.
We're underway with a season. That's our first +2 start in 24 games for 24K gold. Holy moly. Seth, can you believe that? It took 24 games just to get our first plus. That's crazy. That's insane.
That is crazy. And now the question is, do we end up seeing a stack off of it? We've seen before specialty cards be the initial start, and sometimes the player doesn't want to necessarily stack on it. They don't want to use up their ammo too early. They just go with the color that it is.
Yeah, we will find out right now, Seth. So definitely a bigger change too. Another thing to note, we do have card history. We do have table. We can check that at any time. We're gonna find out. We're gonna try to keep that to a minimum today. We'll find out. I'm not going to issues with my mic. What? You guys can hear me. Right? I think the source is tripping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Very
I
fine.
can hear you.
I crank up whatever you turn down. I don't know. Anyway, we're good. But regardless, let's keep it going. That's none of my business. Let's keep it running. Good game. Cody gonna switch it up blue too.
Pretty early swap there, but so far they've just been basically playing it cool.
Yeah, right now Cody Llamas, he's a guy to play more polished, right? And that's what it's all about. We'll polish it up. We'll go to yellow 2 now over to the bow tie special from gold. Custom cards is on. Looking forward to seeing how that goes.
It's doing pretty well so far. As both guys are playing really quick now.
Well, I mean that's the beauty of this game, Art. A lot of the quick plays as we go over to that Sanford. Now, the beauty of this is a lot of players, they like the light switch, and I don't know, a lot of people think that's the wrong strategy set. Maybe light switching. I don't know what the right strat. We saw last night with Bowtie versus Ed, where light switching was clearly the wrong strat. It favored Ed early, but then Bowtie found a way on ammo control. Who knows? These guys are playing a little bit. This isn't going to be Nam versus Tapir, where we had all these crazy end arounds. This is going to be more of a polished game for sure. They're going to play this more classic and switch accordingly, just like that into the Gangster 1 from Peter.
Yeah, sometimes the light switches work, sometimes they don't. I guess it all depends on your comfort level with it. I personally don't really go into the light switches nearly as much as others do, but there are some people that they live by it, and somehow inevitably it works out for them.
There we go. Just as you speak of it, Seth, there's the yellow 1 over to the William Brock. Cody now in a crossover city.
You know what? It kind of brings me up to what I kind of said last night during one of our games. It's kind of like a two-edged sword. You either live or die by it.
Well, that's not a light switch, Ard. What Cody just did is a classic crossover. That's not a light switch. The crossover that's a classic move. The light switch is just switching from yellow to red, for example.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just those sorts of moves. That's what I'm. That's where it's like a two-sided sword.
There comes goal. Goal looking for a double here. Oh my god. I think I'm lagging out, boys.
Whoa!
Wow. Where?
Jeez. Yeah.
Are you guys slow? Can't
we-
hear you.
We just had
Oh,
we just had what six
Five
card
back
run there to the end.
Five.
Yeah. Well, that's not good.
Oh no! We got technical difficulties.
you can't be serious. Yeah, is this slow on your guys' end for Discord?
No.
No.
Oh boy. I just had a thunderstorm pass by. Not good.
Over.
Well, I'm gonna try to figure this out. I just missed the entire last 2 minutes of that. Not sure what's going on. Probably my internet, because we just had a massive thunderstorm. Seth, can you kind of run the stream for a sec? Just kind of ask these guys questions for what you saw. I'm gonna try to fix some things.
Yeah, for sure. Start with Gold. I mean, Gold, obviously that big run there at the end, we were kind of seeing that both you and Cody, you were playing it cool with the numbers. You were trying to work on the number as well. Did you just have to get to one specific card to be able to get that run, or did you have a couple of options there where if you had gotten to like one of 3 different cards or so, you'd have been able to have something there to be able to make that run to the end?
For me, I just needed blue or red. I was trying to clear out everything I could, keep it off of blue as long as I could, so I didn't have to start the run, and it worked out.
Cody, obviously KT alluded to the fact that you've put a lot of work into the testing here with this bot and everything. Was it initially the strategy you had there of all those color swaps and had something maybe there for a finish? Was it maybe just one play too late, or did you not have the specialty cards necessary to be able to string something together for a big finish?
I mean, what can I say? It's kind of comical at this point. I really didn't have much. I tried to lead numbers through colors and going through the numbers, just really, then he had to run. I couldn't really do anything. And also, disclaimer: every time I tested the bot, usually it broke. So we never really ever completed a full game here, KT. So I don't think that had played much helped any time.
Well, now you broke KT apparently and not the game. Sean, I mean,
Yeah, what
obviously
else
we
is
saw.
new?
Sean, I mean, we obviously saw right there. It looked like it was coming down to number efficiency, and then that big run there at the end. Obviously, in terms of the initial cards, looks like it was on Gold's side. But as we heard from him, he just needed to basically get to 2 colors to be able to kind of have the ball proverbially in his court. And another thing that I was noticing here, something with this new bot, is the ability to be able to string those runs together a lot quicker because of the organization of these cards. Obviously, we saw that come into play there with that big finish that Gold had.
Yeah, that run right there really did well there for Gold. And here's the thing. That was just plan A. Let's throw that out there. Plan A. Gold didn't draw there. As you can see the stats here. No drawing by Gold. Really, that was a plan A run there, and he got the job finished there in that first game.
I gotta stop being in the booth because I think there were 2 or 3 games back in the Jungle finale where the winner didn't draw a single card as well. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh no, it's happening again. Oh
I don't
no.
know what kind of a trend I'm starting here.
No. Yeah, I don't know. That's not good.
I'm back. That was weird. Yeah, Cody's right. It seems. I forgot, Cody. You're right. Every time we would test, or every time we try to do a Cody stream or something breaks, and oh boy, let's not have that again.
Wait, so is Llama's bad luck or something?
I don't know right now. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about. I don't want to think about.
Okay.
Let's not think about that. Hopefully that's just game 1 that happens. But all right. Well, I missed the entire finish on that, so let's keep it going. Or thank you, Seth, for cover. I should be good now. Let's get to game 2. Llamas is open.
Okay. Llama's open board. How many cards?
9.
Ooh.
Going down low. All right. Just ref C9 from Art here. And Art will start up with the rest. So our first +2 start, and we go with the G6 on the money. 2 green. We saw a lot of green card starts yesterday. We saw, I think, 4 or 5 Aiden Smith reverses as Brad joins us. Here comes Cody. We saw that was one of the more popular starting cards too. Set the first play would be double a plant. That's funny. It's great. All right.
So far today, we've started on green in both games.
Cody's going to go with this aggressive switching. Interesting.
Yep, he did this in game 1 as well.
Gold yet to draw. Here comes Cody. Red 4 now.
Oh boy.
That I think Gold's content to draw here. We'll see what Cody will do. First draw from Gold. Cody runs the color. Over to blue now. New color. New color.
I think Llama still might have something here.
He haven't been in the blue yet, so he might.
Comes Cody. Well, never mind. He goes to yellow.
Wow.
Aggressive.
Oh.
But that could have been Gold's next move, Seth. Oh.
Could very well have been. Might have been planning to swap over to that yellow anyway.
Cody, a guy really not known to light switch arts. This is interesting. Let's see what he's got cooked up here.
This is where you got to start to think. I mean, you're able to see who has how many cards. Cody down to 2 right now.
Back to green. That's interesting. Cody got anything on the back end with that? Nothing.
No.
Okay, both guys draw there. Okay, there we go.
We'll see what Gold's got here. No draw. Okay, so now we're in the draw city. Okay. This is more like it. This is more like it, Art. This is more like it. We saw a lot of this yesterday. Draw city at a certain crescendo point set, 3 or 4 cards. We're not seeing that crazy. All right, let's risk the ammo. Ammo control is even more of a factor now. Timing is everything. You don't want to just time it too early or too late. And that's it's a fine needle. It's a pinch.
And we saw both of these guys very quickly. I think it was after 2 plays in the initial start of this game, quickly swap off of that green. So they must not have had that many to start with in terms of that color. That's why both of them had the sense of urgency to get to a different color, the eventual red into the blue.
That's a heat check there from Gold into the blue. But Cody will have a chance to respond.
We got a close one here. This is getting really good.
Well, what Cody does, he have a wild back pocket. There's the KT Classic right there.
They did a lot of drawing, so he might have
+2 from Cody. That's going to save it. Looking for Uno.
Run.
Cody with the save tactics for the win. That's more like Cody Llamas we know. The save tactic from Cody. And he gets one back. Cody, I got to admit right there, man. Well played. Great fade look off the blue, man. You really got Gold bait. Did that feel like vintage Llamas right there? We saw that a lot last year. Did that feel more vintage on that 9 card? You know, we know you're a guy that likes to go upper tier, but great fade look. That was clean, man.
Yeah, just kind of all worked out with the numbers. We went from 5s to 1s, and then it was just really deciding on if I wanted to go to blue or yellow. And then I believe on one of the draws, I got a +2. So it was just a matter of waiting and seeing if we could get to blue, whether he got me to blue or if I got myself to blue. And hey, I got it on a KT blue.
Not bad, not bad. Gold, I mean, you really can't complain. I mean, you pulled the pin on the KT Wild, and you just got burnt by Cody with a good fade look. There's been 1+4 a while combined the whole game. It's been a low ammo game, really. 1+2. Are you having fun at least knowing that you have to? It comes back to normal timing, and you got to call that fair in the sense that, hey, I got beat to the punch with a little save tactic. Thoughts on that? Just the old school style coming back.
Yeah, it's feeling good. Admittedly, I probably could have kept drawing there on the greens for a little while longer. I just felt I was in a good position. I could keep moving. And if he didn't have that, I had the win there. But it was a well-earned win.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what we want to see, Seth, right? It basically came down to one turn. How many times have we seen where you're just a sitting duck? And for that game one was a little interesting, but so far, low ammo game, right? Not much ammo. And when we don't see much ammo, It usually comes back to those polished players that know how to time the runs, know how to do those fade looks. That's a great example right there of Cody Llamas going back to the vintage pack in 2023, which we originally saw in the league back in T5 a year ago even, where that fade look really came into play. Talk to me about the differences we're seeing compared to the bot we saw 3 weeks ago to now, where you can see a little bit more of that skill fade look coming back into play for sure on the wild saves. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said, with this new bot, the hand is organized. It's organized in terms of number. It's organized in terms of color. You didn't have that organization before. I think that it allows these guys to be a lot more fluid with their plays, even more fluid in organizing their strategies quicker. Obviously, as we saw as well, though, one of the things that is held true from the old bot to this bot is you mentioned the word timing. If you don't play your run, the guy that's opposing you more than likely is going to be able to play their run one turn before you're ready to pull the trigger. And we saw there with Gold, he was ready to make the run in the blue, swapped over to blue. That was exactly the color that Cody needed. Obviously, Gold didn't have any idea about that. He had his strategy already in place, but it goes back to that timing thing. If you don't end up making your run to the end, more than likely you're end up getting burned, and your opponent's going to be able to play it one turn before you're ready.
Oh, we talked about this yesterday. I think that was the drinking word yesterday. Reads. I mean, how do you make a read? And it's hard to make a read, Art, in 3 minutes. It's very hard, but Cody found a read early, just enough, right? A small little read on that blue. That's a little bit of that blood in the water. Talk to me about how the reading of both players is going to matter once we get into that endurance. Well, technically, yeah, 4 for 4 on games that at least had one game over 10, and we haven't seen that yet, but there's still a long series to go. Talk to me about how the reads are going to matter as we look forward to this potential next 5 games.
Boy, that's going to be maybe one of the main key factors now as we progress through this series here. It's going to be one of those interesting tactics on who can use the right sort of moves to maybe get that advantage to maybe win this series.
We'll see, Art. It's going to be interesting. Gold just can't pick the 12. Goes through the homestand for the 24K man. What will it be? Art, do those honors.
Gold, how many cards?
Oh, well, actually, hold on a second.
It's gold. Gold, you there?
Oops, I forgot to unmute. Let's
You
have
good?
some fun. Let's start at 15.
Full send action. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
KT, you talked about it so far in 2 games. We've only had 1 wild and no +4s. I think we're going to get some of those here with 30 cards. We gotta.
Guy with 30. And that's a toaster reverse. We're starting to get a little bit more action card starts, but it doesn't mean we're going to get in for a hosing or anything. We're just getting some of that. Now we're starting to go around the bend, right? I think most of the games we've played, it's been all about number starts, the starting card. We'll see. First full send of the day. Let's see how this one goes.
Interesting with that reverse on the initial. Again, we ended up seeing, I was going to say, we ended up having a specialty card with the green +2 back in game 1. Cody played it cool. Same deal here for Gold. Just going to play the red 6, not worry about the specialty cards right yet.
Cody's going to run this clean here. They're going to both run it clean up to the top 4 in the Allen 9. Back to DJ Curtis. Another one goes Cody on the red 5. Playing a little trade-off city. A lot of quick pace here, Seth. No time to rest for the weary here.
I don't think you're going to see this the entire tournament. I think this new bot allows the ability to be able to have these quick draw plays. You're able to, in advance, if you end up seeing a card play that you know your next step was going to be the next card you were going to play, you're just going to rapid fire it.
Yeah, and they're both out on the reds, so intriguing. So this is interesting. Now, another thing we have seen said a lot, we saw it yesterday, Art can attest to this, Brad as well, he was here, Caesar, mirror playing. We have seen mirror on the wall. How many problems we'll find them all, but we really saw a lot of mirror playing yesterday, truly going back to a certain level. Now, there is a rule 20 cards. We did allow that to go off yesterday. We went over it because they both were iced down yellow because it was a reverse back. In this situation, we still got time. They're not even close to that number yet. Still got a couple more draws in the bank before Cody would have to even play, before I even ask it. Cody's still good to draw if he wants here. I'm just going to check the table. Yep, he still can draw. Gold can still draw back as well. Cody still has one more draw if he wants it. Okay. All right. Cody, if you got anything, you just got to play it. If not, just keep going, man. I trust you. You know how we do here. I trust the players. You wouldn't lie to me. It's different, Seth, because we have the card history to back it up. Yesterday we
Exactly.
had all four colors. Yesterday it was different. When all four colors are used, a little bit different. But okay, then that's now gold in this case would have to play. Wouldn't gold can actually draw one more turn, right? Because Cody gave those +4s if gold wants to.
Correct.
But it's all good. Now we're good. Now we got 3 colors I use. So now if they ice out again and they both go double isolation, I'll let it slide for sure.
Interesting play there with Cody going to the yellow and gold immediately goes to the green. You got to wonder what he's planning in that particular color.
We'll see. We will see.
Well, apparently nothing. He goes to the red.
Well, that's a little bit of isolation tactic right there. Try to ISO out, but I had a feeling there, Seth. In my opinion, too many cards. You got to think: is that rainbow? Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Yes, it is.
Or make sure you note that comeback. 23 cards. I think it was 23. Yeah, 23 cards. By the way.
23 cards. Got it. I'm writing it down.
Write that down. Thank you. We go to the Brad Blue Deuce. Now remember, Cody was the guy to initiate that +4. It is taken off the board. Now the light switch. This is the thing, Seth. When you go to that certain number, you got to expect light switching heavy now. No one's going to be on a color for too long here.
Exactly. They don't want to give the other one an opportunity to be able to chain something together here. Just try and keep them on their toes. Little double play there from Cody.
Quick 1-2.
Yeah, Cody also was at 20. Yeah, it's a good point. If Cody gets to 20, so already either way, there's a comeback guaranteed. Make sure you write down Cody 20.
Okay, 20 cards.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Got it.
Here we go. Green 3. From VeriGold here over to the red. Now we go to Yepes, world champ. Cody with a nice advantage early. Now gold runs it 1 up this time. Cody with a 6-card lead. If he plays, should be able to play here, Seth. A long way to go.
Yep. Now we do have to remember that Cody did have to play when he got to the 20 cards, had to play that +4. You got to think he was hoping to keep that in the back pocket for later on in the game. We'll see if on the draws, if he was able to get anything to back that up.
Right now, it's light switching city right here. It's the flicker. The lights are flickering are pretty rapid right here, and Cody's out. Let's see.
Oh, that switched to red.
But the thing is, all right. It's about number efficiency. That's what this bot was built off of. If Gold picks the wrong number, you know Cody's going to get out of it right away. And, well, that might just be a jailbreak.
That's probably wrong color.
No, not wrong color, because Gold did it himself. So that's a little bit of an intriguing switch, Seth. Not a wrong color moment.
It is. Yeah, it is interesting that he didn't just keep it in the red there after Cody drew, but
Cody going to go
it's going to come back to bite him there.
Yep, classic. The Gerard Sting combo. Llamas up by a touchdown with the extra point. Still no wilds. There's no wilds. And Seth, first time there's the little plant. We have 3 wild players in the building. You and me, Cody, are on the wild card. We'll see when we get busted out there. Be funny. Only missing Ashley. One day we'll get the Fantastic Four in a while. We got Art as a +4. Gold is a skip. Here comes Cody again. Double a plant.
Ooh, ditto play. Interesting.
Brad Blue Deuce. Nam Blue 4, Nick Blue 9. In the building. Showing love to those customs. Alright, so green 8 now from VeriGold. Green 7. There's the red wild. That's the first wild of the game.
Interesting.
Into the Ashley wild. Cody now.
I believe that's a heat check, right? Because Cody was out of red earlier.
It is a heat check, Seth, but 14 cards. That is an intriguing call. That's an intriguing one.
That's a touchdown plus the extra point right there.
And Cody might have a regular one. I don't know. He might have some cooked right here. This isn't out of the ordinary confines for Cody to find some end around play. He's going to go +4. He's going to send gold back. Another +4 from Cody.
Swaps it over to the blue.
But now the question is, is Gold seeing a weakness on that red? That's the million. Is Gold seeing a weakness on the red? Let's see.
At this point, maybe, or
Well, that's not a bad thing for Cody there, Seth. It's just killing more of those +4s. It's not the worst
Yeah,
move.
I believe that's now only 1
Three.
+4 left out there on the table.
Yep, 3 wilds, but 1 +4. So now the +4s are going. And Cody to red?
whoa, okay,
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
But did he get that off the +4? Perhaps is the question.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe.
Gold is going right back to yellow. Over to monkey combo here. I don't know, Art. I think those 4 freshies can make the difference. Cody looking to get this down to maybe 6 right here.
It's either going to be 7 or 6 here. I don't know. This is. I think those 4 freshies there might have been something good for Llamas.
Remember, only 1 +4 remaining. We have 3 wilds, and this is the right color to be on, Seth. This is the right color to be on. We've already seen a +2 used on this color, so this is pretty low chance of cards going either way right here.
Right, good point.
Cody doing a great job on ammo control, despite what my people may not think. We're always used to, but I think that's great. Flush those +4s, keep the game more in a box, because you know when you expand the box for gold on those chain runs, it can go a little bit different. Cody going to draw here early. Still a long way to go here, so a long way to go for gold. Cody still looking for 7. Still a long way to go.
Yeah, Cody's got a little bit of wiggle room here to be able to take that draw.
Question is, Cody, does he have a switch? It's been popular all night here, Art. A lot of light switching in this evening. And there it is, over to Allen. Back to red.
Yeah, you said it, and that just happened.
You can just kind of see the arrow on this bot set. You can see when the switches are. You can just see a little bit of the card history. You can kind of see when a move will be happening. Over that's a little flex play.
Wow.
The flex over to Llama Wild. Now does Cody have another flex right here in the back pocket with a wild of his own?
The last time that Gold played a wild was over to the wild red, and he flushed out a +4. So we'll see what happens here in this situation.
Well, if he flushes out a +4, that's Cody with the saves. Cody with the saves. Okay.
Tricky there.
Well, that's good for Cody, Seth, because we thought he was diced out on the yellow, but this is what Cody needed right here. A little momentum. A little momentum for sure from Llamas. Looking for 4. A 4 or 5 maybe. We'll see. Well, Yoshi reverse action from Gold over to that Brock combo on the 1. Here comes Cody looking to fire back an answer. +2 is already off the board, waiting on the second one for yellow. And there it is. Cody had it in control. And he's going to do a classic. Okay. This is a Super League strat. Yep. Yes, Seth, go for it.
No, I was just agreeing with you on that. That was an interesting play because now, we haven't seen a whole lot of +2s played so far in this game. So the question is, does Gold take the bait? If he has a +2, does he now fire back as well with the +2 currently open on the table?
Gold knows better. If Gold does what I think he does, that could be a mistake. We saw this in the Super League. This was a bait play. Every time you'd fire back a +2, it never worked out. And I think Gold doing the smart decision and keeping it clean, especially on a 1 as a safe play, is the right move. But Cody's going to have some type of switch if he gets the opportunity. It's Cody Llamas, especially when we get down to 5 cards. He starts to get lethal. But he's going to draw back.
Oh, yeah. But you're right about what you just said there. That is very much true right there.
Llamas has led the entire game so far, had a couple +4s. And there's the switch over, back to red. He seems to have liked that since the start, really. Gold's going to undercut the green.
Well, at one point, Cody had half the cards that Gold has. Gold has drawn him back.
But Cody can run the green. Great shot from Llamas right there. Keeping it control. Gold keeping it control. Both from really good ammo control and good efficiency on the numbers from both players, Seth. Now it comes down to who's got that red zone tactic. We're getting into the red zone here for Llamas. Let's see what he's got saved up. Remember, 1 +4 in the building, still remaining. That's a KT right there. That's a KT.
Interesting.
Oh.
the stud move right there. Let's see if that stud move pays off, or is that it? Well, it's not going to work for now, but... Yeah, I had a feeling, Art. It's the Super League move. This is the Super League Classic.
Oh, here we go again.
No. If Cody could, but I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, Gold wants him to do it. I don't think Llamas is.
These two know each other very well. He's
going
gonna do it.
Wow.
Hold on.
Gold asked for it. Llama says, "Sure, here you go."
Well, this is not a bad move. Not a bad move though, Seth, because now we only have 3 left of the +2. He's gambling. So basically, Cody said, "You know what? Catch me if you can. We're running rolling ammo. It's coming down to skill. Catch me if you can." Oh boy.
We got a game right here.
I think Cody did that maybe to possibly. I'm not saying possibly flush out that last wild too. We'll see.
Yeah, now Gold's on the back foot. Now he's got to kind of think, what does Cody have? Does Cody have an avenue to the end right now? We saw Cody be able to work on number efficiency back in the second game. Will that work out for him here, depending on what Gold plays?
Gold way back at 16 cards are a long way to go for Gold. Cody with plenty of wiggle room, not much ammo left. Looking at the stats right here, both have had +4s now. Both have had wild. Seth called it. We were going to see it. Llama's a lot more +2s, but Gold killing her right now in reverse and skips. It's pretty even. Self cards drawing's been low. I think Gold's thinking this one through. While he thinks this one through, let's check that log. And yep, there it is, Caesar. That's making 5 games in a row, Art. 5 in a row where we have one game go at least over 10 minutes. The streak continues. Hot streak. We are on a hot streak right now for Endurance. The Endurance battles continue, Seth. And then that's what we had not seen on the old bot. I mean, how many times, Seth, did we see against Peter? It was 1 minute, 4 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Now we finally have gotten some endurance. You see the average time. That's going to go up in nature. With Gold taking time here, it's probably going to be a 20-minute series, pending if he can make the comeback.
Yeah, you talk about those quick games. We saw those even with 13, 14, 15 card starts. And I know we went full send here in game 3. Look at this.
That's it. We're done, Art. +4s are done.
Drawing Cody back there, but to your point, all the +4s off the table. I think we only have 1 or 2 wilds left as well.
One. We got one wild left, but this is getting interesting here.
Cody's still a massive advantage if he plays your 8-card lead. Yep.
0 sugar.
Yeah, this new bot allowing for a lot more of these endurance games for sure.
In the blue, that's new. Cody wanted blue on that wild flex earlier. Yep. Llama's doing a good job so far. Going to go ditto play from Gold. We have seen a couple of those, not a lot. Llamas goes JT strats right there. Gold over to yellow.
Number efficiency now. It's going to be number efficiency. There's not a whole lot of ammo cards out there.
Cody back to blue. Genius crossover.
Wow.
Oh. Polished Uno, Art. If you like Polished Uno, welcome to Polished Uno. Back into that yellow skip from the Gold combo.
Yellow.
But did Cody have some in the back pocket? No, it's polished as you can get, Art.
Yeah,
draw it out.
That's what we were. That's what we were looking at.
Here comes Cody, though. Little Mexican standoff. He's got an answer. It's a Gold skip. Beautiful play. Eliminate the skip, Seth. Now we're playing a little musical chairs. Keep taking those chairs away. That's it.
We definitely are. I think right now, really, it's the we've got a couple of reverses that still could be out there, but I'm not necessarily certain with the cards they've got right now if any chains with the reverses would be a plausible thing.
Well, we're not fishing for +4s. We know that, and let's face it, Art, we're not fishing for a regular wild. Someone might have that already. I don't know what we're fishing for here. I think we're just fishing for yellow.
At this point, yeah, I think right now that's going to be the move. Just stay the same color.
Seth, there's the yellow too. Once again, we talked about this every time. When there's a reshuffle, new game, and we're getting close. 9 left.
We are getting very close to that. And all of a sudden, we're talking about no +4s, no wilds or anything. Maybe that one wild that's still hanging out there. All of a sudden, it's completely gone. It's completely wiped off the board.
Here comes Llamas now, red 2. Okay, there's the red too. I mean, now at this rate,
Another
it's
one.
that another one. There's another one. I mean, there's nothing left in red, man. There's nothing left in red.
There's mostly nothing else left in yellow. Nothing
Actually, there's
left in
nothing
red.
left in red. Something's got to happen here. There's nothing left in red. Something has to happen here.
Oh no! Oh no!
There it is. Someone was hoarding.
Yep.
They ran out of numbers, so something had to happen. Oh my goodness.
Oh, now we're over to the
Defensive.
yellow.
Defensive with the draw. Now we're out of yellow reverses.
Oh no!
But Cody
I think
might
we
have an
only
answer.
have-
Is this the
No,
wrong
we don't have
place?
any reverses left. There's no reverses left.
No, there is a couple. There is two. Two.
Yeah, there
No,
is.
no, three.
Green, maybe. Green and
three.
blue. Yep. There's the blue. There it is. Oh my good. Well, there's no, and then now at this rate, this is the beauty. This is the beautiful part of the game. Now it's all skill. There's no more such thing as, oh well, I got it. No more. It's all skill now.
This is a skill game at its finest.
18-man in. It's all skill. It's blue 9 combo. Here comes Llamas, looking for check. Power play if needed. Let's see. Llamas looking. No, he's got the +2 chains! Cody Llamas! Ammo control! Son! Oh, what a game. What a game. Bang, says Cody. Cody, that had to be one of your most craziest wins of your career, man. The way you were able to flex out the ammo. Did you just feel more in control with the polished style of go? You both threw, but it felt like we were going Mexican standoff, pound for pound, like a boxing match. That's usually where you like, and Gold likes that too. Talk to me through that, man. What a crazy win right there. Insane.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say on that one. I had a lot of +2s, as clearly shown, and when I was kind of forced to play the wild, I started with the 2 +4s, and then I played it after that long chain. I felt pretty confident that if I played that +4, just because I had to, that I could keep him within, like, keep him far away enough with the +2s if it ever came down to it. And then it just was a matter of making sure that I just could just manage the gap, keep managing the gap, play the cards when I needed to. And as you guys were saying, as I was listening to, it was just getting down to low cards, and I felt confident that eventually my connecting chain would come in, and it was able to get to it eventually.
Yeah, I'm going over to go Gold. That was a hell of a series. I mean, I know we had the 20 card rule that was instituted, but Cody comes back from 20 cards. Don't forget to note that. What a crazy game, though, Gold. At certain points, you seemed to be in control early on, but then all of a sudden, it went back to draw city. You had ammo. We can't say you didn't, right? Because it was split on the +4s. You had the +4 control. You had a wild in there. You had more wilds, in fact. But ultimately, it just came down to one little mistake on leaving it open on a reverse that ultimately was the difference. Did you just bank too much on just maybe all the ammo being spewed out where it just wouldn't come back in your favor? You can't really say anything was wrong there. It came down to skill at the end when there's only, 4 cards left in the deck, for sure. Gold thoughts on that? It was crazy, for sure. Crazy game.
It was a really good game. I did start off without much ammo. Most of the ammo I got later on. My hope was keep him away from keep on yellow where I'd force him to draw as much as possible. Unfortunately, when I +4, I think I would have been fine had I not +4, but I wasn't certain about it, and I figured it would probably be best to play it somewhat safe with the wild. It might have been what doomed him in. The reverse play was intentional. I was hoping it would bait him out using his ammo for a run to the finish, but unfortunately, it wasn't all of his ammo.
I got you. So I got you. A little bit of bluff tactic. Got you there. Okay, Seth, that's something interesting. Cody had a lot of the ammo to initially start, right? And we saw, and how many times we saw in the old bot 2 +4s, night, it's over, right? You can't come back. Gold basically had nothing off the start, pretty much low, and still dragged that almost 20. I don't think we would have been saying that 2 weeks ago. I think you would have been hosed. But now with this bot, with the CH, now you can play a little bit more numerically with the number efficiency. It almost feels like we're a crew chief now. So we have more tools in the toolbox, right? You've got the commentators with all these tools too. People are picking up on things, visual and vocal cues. talk to me about the game has changed, because that's one of the best games. We had some classics with Nam Tapir, but in terms of ammo control and number efficiency, the best of both worlds, that was it right there for sure. Talk me through it. That was a crazy one.
More so the ammo control for sure, I think. I mean, the fact that we ended up seeing, we were kind of waiting. We knew that there were +4s that were out there. We knew that eventually once those got used up and most of the wilds got used up, that it was going to come down to the +2s and the reverses and the skips, and we saw them more towards the second half of this game. Interestingly enough, it kind of seemed like the +4s were played more defensively than they were offensively. So to your point, the fact that we had the number efficiency, that's what brought that into play. The fact that we saw this extended, I really think, with the number efficiency and the ability for being able to kind of figure out what the strategy is for the opponent with what we've had here with the new features with this new bot, definitely came to light here in this third game.
Or your thoughts, man? Cody Llamas has basically gambled on a little bit of that ammo control, but you heard it right there. Gold had a choice, and that 1+4 could have played safe, but you just never know in the gamble of the run. You look at the stats. It's been pretty clear. Obviously, Cody got a little more back-end +2s, but then you could say it's almost the exact opposite. Golds have more reverses and skips. It's pretty even, right? You look at the stat, self-card drawn, it's been plan A and B for sure. Gold's a lot more aggressive on the switching, but a pretty clean game so far. Your thoughts, especially that was the best one out of the three. Over almost 20 minutes, for sure. Talk me through
it. Yeah, that was a really good classic game that we all were going to probably expect here, and they both just did very well there. I think it was just that one move that was just a difference maker, and it helped Llamas there. And maybe it was that +4, maybe it wasn't, who knows, but it's been a good one so far.
Good one indeed, and we'll see how it goes. A little bit interesting note, Seth, obviously regular CSR now, so Cody's out in the flush. He cannot do 15 cards when we get back to home, but it's back to gold. Here we go.
Gold, how many cards?
Let's take it around town. Let's go with 5.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. We're dropping the algo, Seth.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Well, we've only seen this with Cap. I mean, we have not seen this with anybody.
Oh, my gosh.
That's when you drop. That's what happens when you drop the algo like that. It's possible.
Oh, my goodness.
But we had not seen a 15-5 drop at all. This is the first game. We're seeing new things, and this is the consequence sometimes of it. Here we go.
Oh, wow. That is a shocker.
It's a shocker, Ard, but it's a strategy. We can't say it ain't a strategy. It definitely is a strategy on this bot. And Cody, I think, oh boy. Well, I think Gold might be content here on the blue. We'll find out. No, Gold's out, so Gold's fishing. They're fishing now. We're fishing now. But we have seen Seth at 5, even with Cap yesterday as we go blue 4 here. Doesn't mean you're going to win easily, right? It's not going to mean you're going to win easy. They're speaking of devil, there he is. The 5 cards, it hasn't alluded to great hands all the time. Let's see, but this could change with a little bit of the heat check here on that green now. Oh, this is really interesting, Seth. Light switching on 5, that's gambling.
I feel like when you're on a low card count, starting with 5, I feel it really comes down to the number efficiency. Because to your point, with not having a big hand, you don't have nearly as much opportunity for ammo cards to be able to string something together. So a lot of times it comes down to both number and color efficiency.
Yeah, well, like I said, the bot can't fix that. I mean, we really can't fix that on this bot. It doesn't matter what bot you use. Uno will always be luck art through 5 through 7. That's how it is in this game.
Yeah, you're mostly basically playing with house money on both sides of the coin here.
We'll see what Gold does. I think Gold's got to think this through. What color is possible? What color is possible now? Because you're banking on, does Cody have a finish on red? Does he fade a look? This is a tough call. I think that's what Gold's doing here. Fading this one through. Thinking this one through.
We've yet to see yellow played in this game, too. Oh, wow.
Oh, Cody almost had it, too.
Almost
had it. Wow. Okay, what will Cody have, though? Double Uno.
Wow.
Nothing from
Gold
Gold.
did not have
Cody
to
for the
finish,
win.
and he didn't get the number.
Now.
Oh, they both iced each other.
Oh, that's classic, man. Well, now we're going Draw City, and that's. You'd think that would not be a game winner too, Art. I mean, it's 5 cards. It's very hard to get a game winner right there. No shot. Now it's Draw City set a little bit different style here. Now we're gonna play this one more back of the track.
Yep, I think we may end up seeing kind of similar to what we saw back in the last game, where they got down to under 8 or 9 cards, and we started seeing them go into the Draw City. I think here now, because they both got iced out, now Cody going to be able to play in the red. I'm almost wondering if they both were trying to finish out with yellow and hoping that maybe they could get number efficiency, because we've yet to see that color played at all in this entire game.
Well, we're going to green now, Seth, and they're going to run the greens. Cody up there, looking good. 5 to 6 now, looking for 4 here from Cody. What will it be here? No yellow, so that's funny. Well, there's the yellow. Speaking of
There's
devil,
the yellow.
You say it.
that's an ice though. That's an ice. Back to Seth.
Hello.
That's a heat check.
Cody, nothing.
It worked.
Even if it's a KT Classic, you're a good move. If it is one, I don't know. I think that's green 0. Has to be. The bot won't pick up when it's a misplay, so that's green 0. Yeah. There's the yellow 0.
How about that? I was going
What?
to say, the 0 very difficult to switch off of, but Cody was able to. Right
Unbelievable
back to the color he
from Llamas. Insane
Man.
play. Insane
That
from the
was
Llama.
incredible.
And he can run. Oh my god, he can have a jam right there. Jam and jelly. Put it on some bread for Cody, and he's content with ISO City. Unbelievable play. What a save on that yellow 0.
Incredible.
Cody Llama's finding the numbers. Gold had an answer, but was just iced out. Incredible set. You don't see that all the time. And back to green, Cody plays in. Interesting.
And that is interesting.
In the cap. Cody tricky right now with it. Starting to get that groove. He's going to blue.
Gave him a taste of green, immediately over to blue.
Whoa, Cody really playing finesse right here. Really playing finesse. Back to green from gold.
Back to the green.
Did Cody save a 9? Is it game? Cody looking for a possible 3-1 right here.
No,
Cody
he's
Llamas
typing.
has looked fantastic so far. Is it 3-1?
Feel like he's setting up something here for a finish. A lot of typing going on.
Let's see from Cody.
It's a question of, did he hold back a green before that blue swap, or did he have the
He's
number
going
efficient-
power play.
Oh!
That's it. That's 3-1. Yep. That's going to make it 3-1. Cody, game 4. Yep. Gold's already auto-drawn.
Oh, little ditto.
Yep. The ditto. It's 9 efficiency. It's 9
There you go.
efficiency.
There
There
you go.
it is. Cody Llama's back in the building. Cody, you got through that 5-card start, man. That's always a risky devil right there type of start. You got the 3-1. Got the advantage now. Did you just feel like you had to make the power play there in the sense that, hey, there's not much ammo being thrown right now. We're in a good position right here. Got some games to work with. How'd you just be able to effectively, because that yellow 0 saved you the game, in my opinion. That yellow, he had to. Cody, is that Cody weaseling? Is that Cody Llama's weaseling? It's back. The weasel, Cody. It's back. Talk to me through it, man. Crazy. It's back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you pretty much said it. I had to think about it. I was like, I got the 9s, but do I really want to risk it with no ammo, or with the no ammo's being played yet? And just that thought of lurking, I'd rather play it safe and do the 9s. I got all those 9s basically, I think, through the draws, and then the once we got to the blue 4s and stuff, that kind of freed me up, and I was just kind of able to pick and choose my way down to get to the 9s, and then basically finish it up there at the end. But yeah, the beginning was a little something. That was definitely something. That was a classic 5-carder there at the start.
Goal, crazy to say, but ultimately that quote-unquote misplay was what Cody had, really. I mean, that yellow 0 really was the kicker in a sense. You don't blame Cody for the power play, so I had to assume some was coming, but Talk to me about just the essence of one card can change a series, especially at a 5-card start where it's a sprint to the finish. Talk me through it. Crazy right there.
I mean, what can I say? I accidentally typoed, and then I found it quite funny when my typo became reality. But I just didn't have the yellows. I could have kept it. Part of me considered keeping it on the blue. Actually no. He played a blue 9. It wouldn't have mattered. Would it have?
No, yeah, you're right. Wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, I don't think you did anything wrong. I like the gamble on the 5. I mean, it almost worked, but that's how you live and die by the sword on a 5-card start. I think it's just one of those situations. Gotta try it, right? You do have that one power play advantage for sure, but sometimes you just gotta live and die by the sword, as you said, and we've all said in the past on 5. So thank you, go for those thoughts, Seth. I mean, 5 cards is always a gamble, right? Especially taking from the min to the max, min to the max, max to the min. We've seen that with ALP countless times. Ghost is done on the. We had not seen that done on the new bot, right? That was the first time we had seen that. And we're starting to pick up on a trend here. You start doing that, we're going to start getting crazy starting cards. Because we did see yesterday when someone went, I believe it was 14-8, we saw a reverse. So the bot does seem to tend to favor those crazy starting hands when you really get off the algo, which is something that you rarely see in this league or ever talk about in a game of Uno. Is that something we're going to have to look forward to in the sense that we're going up, right? We're not going to stay at 5. We're going up this next game. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, and I definitely like the call there for gold too, going with the 5, because I feel like Cody up 2-1, need a little bit of a momentum shift, and obviously the full send didn't work out, and you're never gonna know if it's gonna work out unless you try it. So give it a go there, going from the most cards you can get to the least amount of cards you can get on a start. I obviously loved the plays that he had there as well on the defense, and you think about it there with Cody as well with that whole power play there. I think that was the best time to do it because, as you said, he had the 9s. He could have done the number efficiency, but there was no guarantee. At that point in time, I feel that Gold had too many cards where he could have been able to do something defensively and kind of put Cody back on the back foot and have to rethink his strategy again. Now we'll see what Gold's able to do with the power play in his back pocket. Down by 2, but, I mean, we've seen it before. I'm not trying to jinx him or anything, but we saw in those round of 64s on the resume for Cody, a lot of 4-3 losses there. So it's not out of the woods that we could end up seeing a complete comeback by Gold.
Or what's your thoughts on this series so far? Cody's had a lot of control on ammo, but that was the first time we saw a 5-card test right here. Do you think that looms in the mind of, hey, you know what? Sometimes those low cards can be a little bit weird. Do you think Cody will bump it up here in the sense that he's got one more? He's got 3 shots at the apple to close this out. Thoughts on so far what Cody's got to do to get the win here? So far, he's played well, very well.
Yeah, very well, and maybe I don't know. It depends on where Llama's danger where he can go, because he's won on a lot of different variables here. He's won on the lowest, he's won on the highest, and he's also won at one of the middle card values here. So it's going to be interesting on where he can go here.
We're going to find out. Right now, I don't know. It's hard to say right now, Caesar. I know you're just spectating, Brett. What are your thoughts on this game? Let's get to the fans real quick. What do you guys think? It's definitely a little bit more polished Uno. I'm not sure if the likes of Brad, I got Caesar now. I'm not sure if Brad, Nam, or Nick, they weren't here last year. This is a little bit different type. Yeah, he had power play there for sure. This is a little bit different polished Uno. Do you like this kind of game? Because it's not the typical where, we're just going to go ball. This is more polished. This is more classic Uno you see at a backyard league. This is what I grew up on, Seth. Classic Uno, right? You didn't see those crazy 20,000 bag finishes. You saw more that control, that polishedness, where it felt clean and crisp, like a fall day in October. This is October Uno. It feels like October Uno, that clean, crisp feeling. Let's see what's going to happen here, Art. Let's go to Game 5. Llamas can't do the 5-9-15 shuffle. What do we got?
Llamas, how many?
Well, we should all know where this is going to go. To what Ard said earlier, we should all know what I like to do. We should all know where this is going to go. If you're in a clutching scenario, I got to go with 13. Live or die by the 13.
Well, Cody, he knows a thing or two about the cup, right? The old Stanley Cup. Let's see. Mr. Cardiac himself. Let's find out. Here we go. Art's going to load it. There it is. VeriGold. There we go.
Is it a sign?
The sign.
Is this a sign? Is it?
Hold on a second. I gotta deal something with scheduling. Set, take it over.
So we'll see. This is, I believe, the third game we've had with a specialty card start, and again, third time. That Cody's going to play it cool here with the yellow 8. High card start, so we end up having the high card start with 15. We saw them both play it cool in the early going, try to work with the number efficiency. We saw aren't in the two high card starts, though, as well. We saw very early on, I think it was like the third or fourth turn, we end up seeing the color swaps. We're not seeing it yet here. Interesting. They're both content to run the yellow in the early going.
We'll find out. I'll talk to Brett after. Best. Okay, no problem. Let's see how this one goes, though. Sorry about that. Someone moving the scheduling, so no worries there. But we're back into the business now. A lot of scheduling left and right here. We apologize for some of that. But let's see how it goes. We go to green 5 now. About a minute in, Art. Let's see where Cody Llamas has on the edge of the switching. He's done a good job with the switching all game. Let's see. He's been able to time it effectively, get some ammo, right, run it clean. In the blue now, he's going to go. This is where gold could go classic cross, but he doesn't set. He's going to play this one's chill on the Brad too.
Yeah, Cody's got his foot on the gas right now, continuing with the color switches, which is really what he's been doing for majority of these games. Been usually the one to initiate the color swaps. This time it was gold that did it, but Cody answers right back.
Blue skip, red skip.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
In the red 7.
Triple play.
Cody with a triple play. A little bit of advantageous right there goes Llamas, looking for 5. He goes zero sugar defensive. Definitely defense mechanism. We saw the zeros in the last game.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
KT Classic early. Okay, in the blue. Testing out Cody here.
Remember, Cody swapped off of the blue to the red with the skips.
Did he fade it, though? Did he fade the look? He goes into
Oh.
his own wild.
How about that?
Flexing on his own. Okay.
Nice move.
Cody, what a good flex. Keeping it clean. Great job from Cody right there, man. And it's forced gold to draw.
Oh, wow.
Cody for dose.
Oh, boy.
Man, depending on what Cody has here. Oh,
Cody
oh.
for...
Oh, is that it?
That might be it. Cody with the 8 in reverse for the win. He's got it.
and he's got
Cody
it.
Llamas.
Wow.
He's back in the building. He gets revenge from Super League Week 5, 2023. Goal will not make Super League. Cody Llamas. Unbelievable, man. I had just said to you earlier today, brother, this might be your chance. We've talked about Cody Llamas and polished players, and it once again strikes a great fade look, a wild save, looking like Ashley out there, and KT. What a job, man. Talk to me about how the groove is back, man. What a statement win right here to go into the next round. Back into the Telescope 32 since T2. Talk to me through it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild when you get cards that you could actually play where you don't have a hand behind your back the whole time. I mean, that game was pretty much just a lot of number efficiency. I got a lot of good connecting cards with the reverses and the skips. So it's just kind of a matter of deciding to go the skip route or go the reverse route first. And then the wild was just there for extra push in case I needed it. And I was able to bleed out the non-connecting numbers early. And then once I was able to just kind of get through it and just get to the connectors and ran right through them all.
Cody,
And, yeah, it feels good. No, I mean, I could finally say I didn't have my hand tied behind my back for once in one of these games.
Cody, we have to educate people on this league. It took Gerard about a year to break a winless streak. You hadn't won in 4 months? I think the last time you won was April, right? It literally had been about 3-4 months. Talk to me about just the wait for another win. You made it to 7-7. But I think coming into this game, you got to respect Gold in the sense that, hey, this is a polished player. Do you think it's going to have to change the style? You're going to be playing probably one of the more unpolished players in the league if it is Ghost for sure. And if it's Eric somehow, oh my word. But your thoughts on the next matchup and just the new bot experience, man. You definitely proved you're back a little bit with some of the fade looks. It seems to be back in the building. Got revenge from last year.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to start off with posting my GIF that I feel like I haven't posted in a long time. And we're going to title this GIF, me preventing a Game 7 choke, as
Oh.
I've been doing all season. So we're going to go with this great save that Bob had in round 1 of the playoffs this year. So that's, but yeah, no, I don't even remember what you said, but it's nice to have a polished. It's nice to have a polished game of Uno, and I know those are super rare now these days. But I mean, it's all respect to the player, right? It's all respect to Gold. We're all polished. We know we've been around the block a bunch of times, and it was just just a fun game. It felt nice to actually, maybe my investment's coming back a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe we'll say, maybe not full, but I'm still optimistic. But it's just nice to get that monkey off the back. I was thinking about whoever brought it up, the Game 7 3-1 leads and all that. I was like, oh god, here we go again. And but no, it just all worked out. What can you say? Props to Gold, props to everybody. Just glad it worked out for once. Thank God.
We have definitely a more inspirational or some type of crate. It won't be a insert Cody Llamas rant quote here coming. Gold. Yeah, go for it, Cody, real quick.
No, we'll save it. I have plenty in the pocket for if anything else happens.
For sure. Cody moving on to Gold. I feel like all year, some of your opponents were probably some of the most unpolished people. Look at Tago is, I don't even know. Light Switch City, right? Retro is Retro. I don't even know what sometimes Abion does. You finally had a chance to play, in my opinion, an old school rival in Code. You know he's going to be bringing polished looks. No fun in games, right? He's very polished. Talk to me through about just the process of learning about. Obviously, wasn't the outing today, but you definitely looked better in most of those games. You seem to just had the ammo. It just came down number. Is there some things you can learn from the bot taking at 2025 as you go into an off season with next year for sure? Being a full tuned up version with all the stuff back, the bells and whistles. Talk to me through your season overall, despite finishing at 2-5. At least you stayed in D1 for sure.
I mean, I'm just happy I got a actual like real fair match where the thing that did mean wasn't card luck, but it was just how the game was played. It's nice to actually have the new bot. I'm happy I made it to D1 again because I think I can cook with this bot. I'm gonna be trying to join more practice cups over the break. I'm gonna come back with a vengeance in T1.
Yep. And overall thoughts your goal and just the league and the experience you've had this year. I know no Super League, but at least in the sense that you had to finally, we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We don't have to worry about whatever the heck happened the first 4 tournaments. Talk to me through just your overall experience. I mean, we definitely improved compared to whatever last year was, for sure.
Yeah. Admittedly, it was a rough experience with the old bot, but it's been consistently getting better, and we not only do we see the light at the end of the tunnel, we are there. We are at the end of the tunnel, and it's time to bask in the light come season 3.
Cannot wait for 225 for gold, and we'll give it up for gold. Super League player 2023 runner-up, despite not having the season, ladies and gentlemen. Gold is back 2025. New bot definitely can cook. Seth, I think that's what we wanted to see today. Sure, we had some fast games, but even those fast games, there was elements of number efficiency, and I think ammo control is the big one. Ammo control, that game 3 and Cody's ammo control ultimately was what won out. Gold had great ammo control, and I would say the first 2 games had better number efficiency, but it was just playing the percentages and playing the odds. Ultimately, that's the new thing you got to learn on this bot. What was your takeaways on your first game commentating on this new bot? You look forward to your match tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and you said it too. We got to see in this series, we got to see polished old school Uno. Both of our players today commented on the fact they felt like they were playing what they wanted to play. in their comfort zones. They didn't feel like they were forced outside of their comfort zones based off of what they were given in terms of the cards. We saw them be able to do the number efficiency, the color swaps that they wanted to do. They picked the perfect timing when they wanted to go on offense or defense with the wild, so the wild +4s and the +2s. We saw the really good change to the colors that they needed with the skips and the reverses. This was just purely old school Uno, and I think that added to the fluidity that we saw in each one of these games. It looked a lot faster, but when you're not necessarily playing, as Cody kind of said, when you feel like your hand is tied here based off of what you are given on the initial draw, you end up seeing that these players are able to have more of a flow to their gameplay, and we saw that definitely here in all 5 of the games.
Our final takeaways, man, it's good to see Cody back in the winner's circle. I think Gold is going to be at the light. I think Gold next year is back because there's no. We remember 80% of the year, and even this last tournament, right? It's not the full version. I think basically the whole year, Gold just can never cook. We saw it against M at the beginning. You're just unexpected. I still don't even know what happened in that ambiance. I wasn't even there, but it wasn't the best showing. But then Gold and Tapir as well, where Tapir just came, and that one I felt like was more. That was a rare case. That's a unicorn case where who was Tapir, right? No one even knew who that was, other than a little bit of G-Man and myself from another league, and we didn't think he even pulled those strats. But talking about Gold season, Art, and just this big win for Cody. Do you think he's got a chance against Ghost in Monaco? We know Ghost has been hurt. Same with myself with the sneak attack. That's kind of over. Thoughts on Cody's possible path forward, especially if he gets go? If it's Monaco, that'd be something completely different.
Well, first off, on Gold season, I know this season's going to be something he's going to want to forget after the run he had last year. I think he's going to think about it over his time off from playing the game, and we'll see if he'll have a huge improvement coming 2025. But for Llamas, he's gotta worry about who he's got next, and he's got 2 really good opponents waiting for Llamas to see who gets there. I think it's going to be interesting on who Llamas might face.
Sure forgot to cook the schedule graphic, but that's okay. Basically, the next game up will be that aforementioned 7 o'clock JT Zach. That's the next game up. Let's go to the pie. It's not finished. I'll just kind of visually go. So we'll be Ghost versus Monaco. The winner of that will get Cody Llamas. Gold season finishes at 2-5. And the big one here, the breaking story in the league right now is the disappearance of Eli Gabrett. No idea what's going on with him. Caesar's probably dreading that no matter what. Now he's going to have to think must win the whole thing. As Eli has vanished, we have no idea where he's at. Austin Rogers looking like to get a DQ win, which would be a complete meltdown on multiple levels for a lot of people if that happens, especially for Eli. But we'll see how Caesar and Dart do. Dice it up, chop it up. That's now double 9 o'clock. We have Say, I think, and Pack moved to 9. So we got a lot going on the plate tomorrow. It is going to be an electric game for sure. We'll see how it goes for sure. Let's go back into the end stage. Cody Llamas, ladies and gentlemen, is back in business. What a showing today. Gold played polished Uno. Cody finally had a polished game. It felt like Cody hadn't played a polished game since that KT win all the way back many moons. I believe April 6th. It's been about 3 months. Cody finally gets his win. Gold will go into next season with a lot of hope and aspirations for brighter things ahead. For Seth Cole, I want to give a shout out to Seth. Man, he had a hard day, in real life, and he still was able to come out here. Let's all give it up for Seth before to clap it up for the man. Great guy. I cannot wait to see Seth back in action. Seth, can't wait to see you back, man. Now I'm Clint. If you haven't seen the Clint stream, you're in for a good one. We'll see how that one goes. Art, thank you for reffing. It's his only game of the night. Looking forward to seeing him back to some more games reffing. For Brad, we had Nick in here, of course, Nam, and I think someone else was in here as well. We appreciate them. And, of course, one last congratulations to our 2 chefs in the kitchen, but it truly was polished Master Chef Cody. Dicing and slicing, getting the win for a big round 2 matchup with potentially Ghost looming. We'll find out come Thursday afternoon if it is Ghost or Monaco. For all of us, we will see you back here with Short taking over as I take a much-needed rest with JT Zach from streaming and just chilling. We'll see you at 7 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. See you then.